After high school, I took a year off from attending college. A missionary had spoken at our church talking about filling the gap of missions. I just, hey, God's calling me to this. And so that's why I went to a Bible college, and I went with intentions of not getting a girlfriend at all.
You were specifically like, I am not going here for a woman. I am going here to learn.
Absolutely. But she came along, so...
Always the ones that say they are not there looking for a spouse are the ones that are married in a year. And the ones that are there that are like, I'm here to find a preacher husband, or they graduate.
It was unintentional, and found her attractive. We would go to lunch together. And it was within the first month and a half, I believe, that we started dating. It was just something that there was a strong attraction there. Our first date was actually I tricked her. I don't know but
I think deception on the first date is a great way to start. I think that it starts it off with a very surprising factor.
Well, I think it's a great story.
I think that's a play move.
Absolutely.
It's pretty smooth.
I am smooth. I'm an Iowa boy, so that's how we do it there.
So there was some guy that was very kind of different. And if my friends came in my dorm room, and they were like, so this guy's going to ask you out. And I'm like, why? And it wasn't Craig, different guy. And I was like, why? I barely talked to this guy. And so right at that moment, the phone rings, and I go and pick it up, and I'm like, oh, it's going to be this guy. I don't want to reject someone or whatever. And it was Craig. And I was like, oh, it's you. And he's like, well, what's going on? And I told him this guy's going to call. He's supposed to call and ask me out.
So I smoothly said, what are your intentions with this guy? And it's like, well, I know I don't
want to go out.
I don't want to do this. I'm nervous about it. I said, well, you could just tell him that you're going on a date with me. And she goes, oh, it's a great idea. And so 4 or 5 days.
To steal your girl.
Absolutely. Pretty much.
Absolutely. So I...
Poor Doug.
Doug. Hopefully you're not watching Doug.
Yeah,
sorry.
I don't even know his last name.
So the Friday came up, and I said, so what are we doing tonight? And she's like, what? Oh, you're serious? I said, well, we do have a date. So we went
caving.
Caving.
Yes.
That doesn't help. What is that?
I love caves. You go exploring caves.
Yeah. So there was a park near.
Cool. That's
park near the college, and so I went around dinner time so that we would actually miss dinner. And so by the time we got back to college, hey, it's closing hours are over. And so I said, well, probably need to go out to eat. So we went to, it was the landing strip. It was there in Springfield, Missouri. It was a good spot. It was in an old Victorian home, and it had a nice, intimate little dinner there. And
airfielders.
Yes. Yeah. So it was a great time. I liked it a lot.
So, April, what made you more attracted to one Craig as opposed to one Doug?
I had a goatee.
That was definitely it. Long hair. His hair used to be red, and then it's not anymore. So breach of contract or something.
Punishable, right?
We had similar family stories. Just when we did go. I'm like, okay, we're just going to go explore a cave. It didn't feel like pressure. Craig is he's a very easygoing guy, easy to talk to. I can overthink things. So if I had realized it was like a serious date, that he was serious on his side, I would have been like, ooh, but it just felt like hanging out with friends. And so, which in my opinion, having a friendship basis to a relationship is the best way to start one.
We went on a date, and that was it. I didn't kiss or anything, but I wanted to. But I think that following weekend, a couple of her high school friends and herself, we went to Iowa for the weekend. Pastor had noticed me, and I went up to introduce the girls to our pastor. Just hey, this is my friends. They're all in ministry school there. And I looked out of the corner of my eye, and I'd seen our youth pastor, and he's three girls, I was like, no, just one. and April did notice, but
saw that whole interaction. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Were you thinking like, oh, red flag, 30?
No,
I'm not a part of the harem.
I caught him saying, no, just one. So like, yeah, you're right, just one.